Okay, there we go. Hello, this is Auntie or Elaine, and Mrs. B was after me to update you guys on my health journey because she's been really faithful in telling about her carnivore challenge. And that little rat, she made me jealous because she was feeling so good. And I thought, there's no way I'm going to do carnivore. Carnivore sounds like a caveman. I don't know if I want to, that sounds extreme. So the next day she'd be on and she'd go, I feel so good. And I'd be like, well, she feels good. I still feel rotten. I'm taking the vitamin D and I'm feeling a little bit better, but I'm not feeling good. The next day, oh, I feel so good. I can't believe how good I feel. And I was happy for her, but I was also jealous. Is that bad? Anyway, forgive me, Brenda. Anyway, so after about 17 days, I thought, I can't handle it anymore. I've got to see if this will help me. So I started the carnivore challenge, and today makes day number 22 that I've been on it. And when I had started it, I had lost 28 pounds because I was trying to just eat half of what I really wanted. And that was working. And I was kind of afraid carnivore would mess up my progress, my momentum. But I've lost 11 in these 22 days. So that's not bad. Half a pound a day, I think. So anyway, I'm taking the vitamin D. It's 50,000 milligrams. I thought that was a little crazy when I was prescribed it. But I have also heard from doctors on YouTube that vitamin D is absorbed through the fat. I have a lot of places to absorb. Anyway, but it takes a little while for it to make a difference. So you have to, keep going with it. And one good way to do it is to get out in the sun with no sunscreen. Of course, you don't want to get sunburned. But if you have sunscreen on, it keeps the vitamin D from reaching you, I guess. Anyway, so I got some of this 5,000 milligrams or whatever vitamin D3 for whenever I run out of my prescription for, I keep wanting to say subscription, but it's prescription, for the 50,000. And I will be seeing the doctor a week or two after I run out. So I have a hat. I know you noticed. My husband on vacation told me, get the hat. I had whined because my first hat he wasn't that crazy over, and I gave it to my granddaughter, and he told me he missed the hat. So we were at what's the name of that Cracker Barrel, and he saw this hat, and we saw this hat, and I stuck it on my head, and he says you got to buy it. So anyway, this is day 22. I had a very interesting thing happen after Mrs. B and I did our last video. I got home and I ate, and I was having kind of a hard time swallowing my food. And I kept tasting like everything was like super salty and tasted a little bit like bile, just a little bit, is, not real pleasant. So I thought, okay, I'm going to go and brush my teeth with soda, baking soda, and see if I can kill that taste. Well, I looked in my mouth and my tongue was really swollen big, and it was a weird color, and I thought, this can't be good. I thought, well, maybe I laughed too much when I was with Mrs. B, but I know that wasn't the reason. But my tongue was so big, and I told Terry, I said, come over here, you got to pray for my tongue. Only it's more like, we got to go here. And he's like, okay, I pray for you for other stuff. I'll pray for your tongue. So it's funny. Anyway, I was drinking bottled water and it tasted like seawater to me. I got water out of my the tap of my kitchen, which is from a well, and it tasted like seawater. I changed glasses to a glass tumbler instead of plastic. It tasted like seawater. And I thought, I don't know what's going on here. This is weird. So anyway, I finally decided I needed to read up on my electrolyte drops. And it has sodium, concentrated sodium and magnesium, potassium and trace minerals from the Great Salt Lake. Doesn't that sound fine? Anyway, and then I had some Redmond salt. I don't have that thing there, but the salt, look at this. It looks red. I don't know if you could see that. It's kind of tan and has little red flakes in it. And I'd been using that on my food, so I thought, well, they said make everything salty and everything, so I was. And I put too many drops of this stuff. It's supposed to be 5 drops in a 16-ounce glass. And I was just using the dropper full. Well, that's more than, I should read directions. I should follow directions. So I was real happy that, this happened on Saturday night. And Sunday all day, I was like, oh, everything tastes like, my mouth tastes like bile. My water tastes like sea salt. And, then Monday, this is Monday, I noticed that my tongue was a little bit pink again. So I'm not going to show you all of it because the rest of it is disgusting. But anyway, I at least have that much pink on my tongue. So I'm really happy about that, which is like 7 minutes and 30 seconds of your life that is gone now. So forgive me. Anyway, follow directions when you do this stuff. Okay. And anyway, it's really crazy because 22 days. Okay. The vitamin D that I had been taking for a couple of weeks. Yeah, it was 2 weeks. Was helping quite a bit. But after I started this, what do they call it, a fasting thing? You go 23 hours and then on the 24th hour, you eat that hour. Okay. And after I started doing that for 22 days, I started feeling better. I saw another video where even another doctor was talking about how even just fasting like that, not even changing your food, and just eating one time a day and having a space of 23 hours in between, that will help autoimmune stuff. Anyway, I was taking the vitamin D once a week. I was doing all this stuff for 22 days. It didn't take but maybe 10 days. And Terry's telling me, you're sleeping all night. You stop snoring. Yes, I snore. I admit. Okay, my name is Elaine and I snored. Anyway, I don't snore so much anymore. He kind of showed me what I do, and it's not really that pretty either, but it's like, sometimes. Probably enough just to keep him awake. Anyway, so on for that. Okay. All I had left was a little bit of pain in my back. And it was a little bit sharp when I would get up and sit down. And Terry asked me today on the way to town, I actually got in the car. He didn't have to help me walk. Yes, a big deal. And we walked to, he's in there snoring. Terry, you're snoring. You're snoring on my video. He told me I snort. I'm going to tell him. He's rolling his eyes at me. I'm all will be killed after this. Anyway, forgive me, Terry. Anyway, we went to town and everything, and he said, how's your back? You hadn't talked about your back lately. And I said, you know what? It didn't even hurt today. So I think things are so much better. Now I feel so good. I don't toss and turn. I was tossing and turning to try to find a comfortable spot to lay and try to pass out and sleep. But he said all night long for months, maybe years, I've been just tossing, turning, that kind of thing. Anyway, so I think that's remarkable. We got back from driving in our car, 2,000 miles. We went to see the Ark, what's that called? The Ark, it's not Adventure. Encounter. I always forget that word. And then the Creation Museum. And that was amazing. Now, for $28, you can use a scooter thingy. So you have you can make it up the ramps and everything. I wasn't quite to where I didn't have to hang on to him all the time. So Terry gladly rented the scooter. I gladly sat in it and tried not to knock people over. Anyway, we had a good time. It was worth seeing, and God answered prayer. My tongue, the swelling went down last night, and I feel good today, and that's all there is. Anyway, I think the vitamin D is making a difference, but I think actually the fasting and the carnivore diet is doing a lot. So, you can take that with what Brenda has said about her experience and be assured that this is a good thing to do. If you just can't get over the hurdle of carnivore, try keto or try even the eating plan that you're used to, and just try the fasting for 23 hours and then eat for that hour. I promise you, if you eat as much as you want to at that hour, and then, I've gotten where I get full pretty fast, but you eat that hour and then you don't eat for 23 hours, you don't miss it. I don't know how that happens, because I like to just grab a little this and grab a little, how about a little cheese? How about a little cracker? How about a little, I don't even think about it because I'm not thinking about food all the time. So anyway, this can be an answer for you or not, but this is what's happening with me. Anyway, thank you for listening. Bye-bye.